What is going on, guys? It's Jake and I'm back with another Beyblade video, I guess. So in this video I'm going to be fixing my Beyblade Burst LR string launcher because, well, one of the ones I have, because it isn't doing so well. It's being really weird. Like, it's not recoiling properly half the time. It doesn't always, yeah, see, it does this. It just kind of sticks and stays there. And if I launch hard, it feels really weird when it goes back in. It makes a weird noise. I feel weird vibrations on my hand. So basically, I'm just going to decide to do more of a tutorial. I did do a video similar to this a year or two ago about my Legend Spriggan LR ripcord launcher breaking, and I got a lot of comments on that. I don't know why people are still commenting on that. I don't even have the launcher anymore because it's just garbage. They're like, oh, just try this. I'm like, I don't have the launcher anymore. Like, I can't fix that. So yeah, so basically I'm just going to be showing you guys what I do to figure out how to fix these things, because they do break a decent amount. And I figured, oh, yeah, when I was first starting out and trying to figure out what my string launchers were doing, there weren't any really videos that would help me with what I was doing. So thought I'd try making, yeah, it felt really weird. I figured I'd try making one to help you guys out too. So that's pretty much this video. Okay, so first off, you are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. This is just a normal, pretty standard sized one, but I also do have a smaller one because the big ones won't always fit in these holes, deep holes right here. They will get these screws along here, but they won't really get, yeah, those. Okay, but then you'll also need a, what's it called? A flathead screwdriver. I can't think today. But this, you will need it to, one, if this piece needs to be removed, these prongs right here, you will need to pry it off, or to also recoil the, I guess recoil the recoil in it, the mechanism that makes it retract or whatever. You also might possibly need a hot glue gun, so I just have mine warmed up just in case, because I'm not quite sure what's going on. So yeah, so I guess we'll just start unscrewing, right? Like, what is it? Lefty tighty, righty loosey, right? Yeah, perfect. Not difficult. They're much more complicated. This piece is supposed to come off. You just set that aside. See, now this is when I use the small screws. I would put these screws somewhere safe. You should have 6 in total. And inside there should be 2 smaller screws for the mechanism that helps it retract. Alright, so we have the screws done. Alright, so now that we have the screws done, we shall open it up. So just beware, you will, or most likely, hear a click. I didn't hear a click yet, because once this recoil mechanism gets offset, it'll make a weird noise. So first we're going to take this thing off, okay, like that click. You should hear that normally. I think one of the problems why my thing isn't retracting, or why it might be skipping and making weird noises, is because I did put some WD-40 in here because it was feeling kind of rough. If you can see all that shiny stuff, yeah, I should probably clean that out. I got a tissue. And yes, I can see that I am missing a tooth on this gear right here. I know that this is the gear for left spin, so once you change it to left, then that's when it skips and it makes a weird noise. I just don't use this launcher for left spin. I use my red LR string launcher for left spins. This one's just like my go-to right spin launcher. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, just wiping it up. You can take this piece out. Actually, you will have to take this piece off, and let me show you how to do that in a second. Oh. So yeah, this piece just fell out. You need this. This is the piece for the bay logger. I mean, if you don't really use a bay logger, it doesn't really matter, but I use bay loggers half the time. So I have a smaller flathead screwdriver right now. So I'm just going to poke it in here. Whoa, camera, focus. Decide what you want to do. Thank you. So then I just poke it up there. You take this cover off. And then, yeah, this gear will want to come out. And this metal piece, don't lose this. And now, sorry about that. Camera fell. Dumb arm. You will want to take your flathead screwdriver and just kind of push up. It might sound like you're breaking it, but I do this all the time, and it's fine. Got it. So you do have these two pieces in here, this one white piece and the black piece that holds it. A good solution that I found for solving some skipping is to put some hot glue just on the inside right here, so that way when these little white prongs hit the glue, it'll just make more friction and carry the thing with it. Because what I found, the reason it skips is because it just spins around inside this little carriage, so it doesn't really grab the prongs and spin it with it. Another reason for skipping is that you see the hole right in here on the white piece. Yeah, that can get worn out. It's supposed to go around this little piece right here, but if that gets worn out, then it'll just start spinning on its own, and it shouldn't do that. So you can try fixing those. I have extra pieces of these because I have so many broken launchers. But yeah, so now let's get to the fixing part of the launcher, I guess, or whatever. Okay, so here are all the pieces of the launcher that you should need. These pieces are connected, and I just didn't bother taking them off. It is still stuck in the right spin position. Make sure that when you're putting it back together, it is not in a different rotation. So if I was trying to put it back in left, but the gears were set in right, it wouldn't go together because the gears wouldn't be set to that. But first off, so we should start putting it back together. So you will take this piece, flip it upside down, and you're gonna plop this little cage thing on it, and you have this. Oops. So then, yeah, you do this, and then you take the Baylogger scanner thing. This is how the Baylogger tracks the rotations, is because of the black and white. So you take this and put it right here on the little circle. I know it's a little dark and hard to see, but you just plop it on there. And then you take this weird, funny looking gear piece, and you also use it with the Baylogger button activator thingy. I'm making up names for parts now. Oh no. But then you just insert it in here and try grabbing it by the end and then just sticking it in the Baylogger disc. Like that. So you should have something looking like this. And now for the second half of the launcher, you take this piece. This is the piece that locks everything in. You're going to just slide it in and insert it like that. So right now it's unlocked, which is how it should be. If your launcher is in right spin, you will just keep it with this notch upward. Just connect it like that. But if your launcher is in left spin, you just, flip it the other way, like that. But because mine is in right, I shall keep it in right. And then, what? Okay, just lock it in like that. And then you take this little metal rod and stick it in here, like so. And then you plop this flat gear on it like that. Alright, there you go. And then you should have these 4 leftover pieces, which I guess you can just combine these two right now, like that. And then this piece you'll put on last. Same with this piece because you require screws. Set this flat part aside. Now comes the tricky part, which is the recoil part. So this is the recoil mechanism. It has gears and an arrow. If you can see, it has a little metal rod, which occasionally can slide through and get pulled back into this little carriage over here. I keep calling everything a carriage. I don't know what else to call it. Oh, that might be a problem. It just came unscrewed. So, yeah, this should be screwed in. I mean, this video was not planned very well. I am just trying to figure out what my launcher is doing on video, so trial and error, discovery. I can't make this video too long though. So yeah, basically, you see the arrow, and when you're winding it up, go the opposite direction of the arrow. So for the LR launchers, this should be like this. At least I think it should be. No. I'm so confused now. I can't remember. I think it's this way. You go like this. You go with the arrow. Sorry. Don't believe anything I say. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet, okay? So once you get it, you should have about this much string left over. And then you're going to... Hang on, let me adjust the camera. Alright, so you're going to fit that, the mechanism in here, slide the string underneath the Baylogger gear, and then slide the gold metal piece right up here, okay? And then once you have that, you're going to take your flathead screwdriver and pay attention to this. So the way that the arrow is facing, the arrow is going that way, so left. That is the rotation that you will spin. So you're going to put your flathead screwdriver in here and twist to whatever rotation the arrow is going. Twist it about 7 or 8 times. Occasionally this will happen where the string just comes off of it and then it just messes with everything. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's really annoying because it takes forever to put back together. You just twist it 7 or 8 times. What, I'm at 3. You want to watch this thing, because if this thing comes off, then the whole cord will get pulled back in. Oh no. It almost might be more effective to just keep one finger on this, but then that happens. It pops up. It just goes plop, like a little frog. I don't know why. So it's kind of a tricky position to be in, but I know you probably can't see half of this, but so that was just the beginning of the hard part. So now once you have it coiled, you want to be really careful to not let it uncoil, because you have to put it back together without letting anything fall. Dang it. It came uncoiled as I was trying to put everything back together. If that does happen, just set everything back up and just do the exact steps over again. Come on, come on, come on. Just there. Yes. Alright. Is it oh, it's together. Now that you have it together, if you have it together, you're going to take your prongs. Then you plop it on like this. Just go plop. Then you take the cage, or I guess outer protection ring, I don't know. Slide that on again. And then you take this. Oh no. And just put it on again, like that. Together. Feels like the problem is fixed. Alright, so that was my tutorial. It seems like the launcher is working pretty well now. Yeah, I had no idea if it was actually helpful. I just thought it was something I could try. Yeah, just let me know what you guys thought. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. I honestly don't care. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who's like, oh yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe or whatever. Anyway, Jake out.